Hey everybody, Melissa Scholar with Real Nutritious Living here. I hope everyone's having a great new year so far. I'm really excited because today we have a very, very special guest joining us. Her name is Marie Houlden, and she is an amazing EFT and an EFT practitioner and an energy healer. She's actually my personal energy healer, and we are lucky enough to have her coming on. Just waiting for her to pop on Facebook, and when she does, I will invite her to fill you guys in on what EFT is, what energy healing is. But I've been using Marie for a while now, so I actually asked her to come on and fill you guys in on this awesome gift that she has and this awesome work that she does. It's helped me so, so much. So let's see, I think there you are, Marie. Here we are. I can finally invite her on. Guys, we're just giving her 1 minute. She's all the way over in the UK. So it's really nice of her to stay up late tonight and be able to come on and answer all of our questions and fill us all in on exactly what she does. Hi, Marie.
Oh, you can see me. Woohoo!
Ew, I know. I wish you were bigger. That's the only downside of this. I was just barely telling everybody kind of who you were and like what you did, but I didn't really get into much because I wanted them to hear it from your mouth since you're the expert. So, I just did a very brief introduction. We're so excited to have you here. And if you don't mind jumping right in and just telling everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do, that would be amazing.
Of course. Of course, yeah. So I'm Marie Houlden. I'm an EFT practitioner, and I think you might have said it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique.
I didn't
And
say
I'm an
any of
energy
it.
healer. Oh, you hadn't said that. Well, I missed that bit. So, so I use those two healing modalities to help people emotionally and energetically detox, because we carry around so much stuff with us, all that kind of negative emotions, when we're stressed and when we're anxious and we're holding on to anger and bitterness and envy and all of those kind of low level emotions. And it has a real impact on us, not only emotionally, but actually physically as well. So I help people to get rid of all of that so they can come back to a place of peace, really, coming back to themselves, because all of that other stuff, it takes us away from who we really are. And that's not a good place to be, because it's more stressful, it makes us anxious, and we can't be in the present moment enjoying life and those people around us, all of that kind of stuff. So I help people come back to themselves.
That's awesome. Yeah, you've definitely helped me so much. And I remember being like kind of hearing about you and what you did and just thinking, what is this? So if there's somebody who's just really never heard of this, can you give like a brief elevator pitch of like, well, okay, this sounds awesome, all this stuff you're talking about. I think everybody would love to be in that place, but what is EFT and energy healing? Like, what does that actually practically look like if somebody wants to do it, or they Google it? What are they going to see?
That's a really great question. So EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And it's literally tapping on different energy points on the body. So if you imagine you go to see someone to do acupuncture, they'll pop needles in you. But this is basically where you're using acupressure. So you're tapping just like this on different parts of the body. And it's stimulating healing, because what we want to do is to really identify all of those sneaky things that are holding us back or making us feel the way we do. Because often we feel something and we don't know why. And it's only when you start exploring this and helping to heal it and release it that it can come up in a really safe way, so we can recognize it and then we can let it go, so we can move on with the rest of our life feeling much more free. So it's literally tapping energy points on the body. So it's really safe, really unintrusive, and it's so powerful because it's quick transformation. So you can overcome things really quickly, which I like, because people want to see those tangible results so they can change their life, they can change the way they feel. So that's why I love it. And blended with energy work, it's amazing because you're shifting so much more, and it's just powerful.
Tell everybody about energy work, because I think there's some people who just have never heard of this at all. And I want to make sure, I know there's some people who already know what this stuff is, but I want to make sure if someone's never heard of this, they're not going, well, what's energy work? What's that?
Yeah. So energy work, it's the best way to describe it is it's connecting in with the energy of the other person. That's essentially what I do. So I feel into someone's energy, and I can feel where people are blocked, energetically speaking. So I can pick up things where, maybe they're making life a little bit harder for themselves. And, get rid of those blocks. And we all do it. We all have these sneaky blocks. And it doesn't matter how many tools you have in your kit either.
Mm.
Even I have to go off and see someone else, because we all have blind spots. We all have stuff that we don't really want to address. And so just having that other person feed into your energy, align everything, shift it so everything's working beautifully. You can do it in person. Some people, use Reiki, that sort of thing. I do that as well. And I also do distance healing like I do with you.
Yeah, you're amazing. I would love to hear how you got into this work, but I'll also tell my audience, um, what Marie does is so cool. And I remember our mutual friend Kate said, you have to work with Marie. We had a lot of similarities. And I said, okay. And I really trust her. So I just, I kind of just jumped in, and it was just amazing the things that you picked up on. Like, I remember I came to you for very, very specific things and very specific struggles. Like, I'm a new mom and I'm still trying to navigate all that with my business. And, that's crazy on your marriage and just things like that. And you really got in there and you got dug kind of deep and found some things that it was like, oh my gosh, like you kind of broke me wide open, and it was really cool. But the other thing that was what has been really cool about you is that I've tried so many different things. Like, I think a lot of people have the same hurts, habits, and hangups that, like, we try so many different things. I mean, I don't want to say anything negative about any of those other things I tried, but they just didn't work for me. And I kept having the same issues. And then it was interesting because my sister and I, we don't live close together. Unfortunately, we live a couple thousand miles away, and she's like, something, after I started working with you, she said, something's just different about you. And I'm like, I've been telling you about Marie. You got to call Marie. You got to get a hold of Marie. But your work is just, it's incredible. It gets through those hurts and things that, at least in my experience, that nothing else I've been struggling with for probably my whole life. And now I'm starting, those things are like a thing of the past. And that's so cool too, because now I can focus on probably the real reasons I came to see you, but I had to like get rid of all that junk first. So it's really cool. Can you tell everybody just how you came to do this kind of work? Because you are so gifted. I mean, anybody watching this doesn't understand how lucky they are to be getting introduced to you and the work that you do. How did you come across this amazing gift and start doing this?
So I think to some extent I've always had certain abilities that I never understood as a young girl. I could sense things, particularly around how people were feeling. I had really good gut feels. I thought everyone was like that. I just thought everyone had that ability to read other people's energy in that way. So it was quite confusing to me growing up, thinking, why is it that people respond so differently to the way that I would? Why can they not see that about that person or that situation? It was really quite confusing. And then as I got older, I realized that actually not everyone was like that. And I worked in a corporate environment for a long, long time, and it didn't really make me happy, and I became unwell, and I went to have kinesiology, and it completely changed my life. And from that moment on, literally the next month, I started my own training. So I did kinesiology, and then it evolved into Reiki and various other different things, EFT. And I knew that I was not meant to work for a corporate organization. I was meant to heal people. For me, healing people is not only a pleasure, it's fun. It feels, it's who I am. I love doing it. I can't not do it. So it's just been an amazing journey. And I think it's a gift that's always been there, that was just waiting for the right time.
Yeah, and you're so good at what you do. I mean, it's amazing, because you're not one of these people who said, I'm going to do this, and then you struggled. You're so good at it. You were born with this gift, and it's just it's so amazing. Let's see. If someone's watching this and they're like, this sounds kind of cool. And I mean, I guess there's two ways we could take this. I mean, everyone's trying to get healthier right now. Everyone's kind of they're either on a detox, or they're getting their goals all set up for the new year. Maybe they want more like abundance. Maybe they want to leave a crappy job that they don't like you were talking about, leaving your corporate job. Maybe they just want to get healthier. What could somebody practically do to start making those changes and get there this year? Finally get there, get where they want to go.
Yeah, make 2018 your year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I would start being really honest with yourself about what it is you really want from life, what really lights you up and makes you feel alive, and just journal on all the emotions that come up. Because I think when you start doing that, you start noticing patterns. You work out what you do like and you work out what you don't like. Because when you have a crappy day, it's telling you very clearly what you don't want. So flip it around. Look at the opposite of that. If you hate working for someone, well, what's the opposite of that? Maybe it's working for yourself. So just notice how you feel in every moment. But I would start checking out EFT videos. I mean, YouTube is packed full of free content. Certainly there's plenty of videos on my YouTube channel, but if my energy doesn't resonate, there's plenty of other people too that are offering EFT. So I would say go and check out the resources that are there. Get really honest with yourself, get to know yourself again. That's key. So get rid of the crappy emotions and then know who you are again. And then listen to your intuition. It will never steer you wrong.
It's really hard to interview you because I love everything you say and I hang on every word and I'm like, oh, you know. Would you like either maybe send me or just drop a few links to some of the more popular topics, like some of your more popular EFT videos, so that if people,
Sure.
and then this is all going to be a blog post and on YouTube as well, but we'll make sure that those links are provided for everybody. It's interesting because I deal so much with food, and I never thought of just the way basically a bad day is kind of like a craving. It's a message telling you something, and I never thought of that before. Like, I feel like you always are blowing my mind with this stuff. It's just awesome. Okay, so maybe somebody has a crappy day, or they've had a lot of crappy days and they're tired of their crappy days, and they're kind of journaling and like trusting their intuition. Because I think most of us, if we stop and take like, we kind of know deep down, like, this is what, okay, I need some help in this area. So what does somebody do after they've maybe done a few of your videos, and if they still need, they're ready for more?
Well, I think if you're ready for more and you really want to change your life around, and maybe you're at that point where you don't know what to do next, you're not quite sure how you feel, and you need support, work with someone. Because having someone there to help you make sense of what's coming up, to help remove the blocks, the fear. Because actually when we go to make changes in our life, even if it's really good change, our ego mind will try and convince us of all the reasons that we should not create change. It's like, don't do that because you might get rejected. Don't do that, someone might talk about you in a really bad way. And then we go, well, okay, well, if that's the case, I'm just going to stay put. I'm going to stay in my comfortable, familiar bubble. I'm not going to change anything. And so having someone to hold your hand and support you and walk through that path and those changes with you is really powerful, because it keeps you accountable and it keeps you committed to yourself. So I would definitely work with someone.
Well, that makes sense. I definitely don't have it all together. You know a lot of me and know that that's not the truth. But I can remember that feeling of going, well, I guess, I mean, probably even talking to my sister and saying, these are probably just things I'm always going to have to deal with. And lucky me, Kate sent me to you. And I now realize there's so much more possible for my life. Like, I remember, I think my very first session, you said, you can have your perfect life. And I remember I read that so many times over, because I thought, I can have my perfect life. She's right. Why should everybody, it always felt like everybody else should, well, that's for them, not for me. And that's just crazy. That's crazy when I hear myself say that, but that was always my mentality. So you've helped so much with that. Yeah, and I love the idea of getting support. I mean, whether we're trying to get healthier in the new year, there's so many different, ways of getting support, but what you do is so amazing. Can you talk about, I mean, of course, I think you're very humble. You're a very humble person, but if I had my way, everybody in the whole world would come and work with you, because the world would be a happier, healthier place. But can you tell everybody about just the kind of offerings that you do have if someone says, you know what, I don't want to be stuck anymore. I want my perfect life. I know I need to work with somebody. Marie seems pretty awesome. If Melissa likes her, I'll probably like her. So what kind of, how can someone work with you? What are the different ways that they can work with you?
So there's a number of different ways. So you can either choose to work with me one-on-one, so a bit like we're doing now, having a conversation, and then just using all of the tools in my toolkit to help move you forward to create your perfect life. So whatever that looks like. So the one-to-one. I do group programs, which is it's a really powerful way to heal, because the thing I love about group programs is that you know you're not alone. Because it's really easy to go, I'm the only one that's got this issue. I can't get my life together. I'm trying to run a business and be a mum. I'm failing. Everybody else is making it look really easy. And we can feel like it's just me. I've got the problem. But when you're with a group of people, you realize that you're not alone, that the struggles are so similar. It might play out in different ways, but the underlying fear of I'm not good enough, I can't have it, it's never going to happen for me. It's so similar, and it's nice to be in that supportive group environment. And then I do things like online courses, because I know that not everyone has the time or the finances necessarily to join group programs or do one-to-one work. And I really believe that we all deserve access to healing and to transformation. And, you know, I like that analogy of no man gets left behind, because that's really what I believe. You know, everyone should be able to, you know, to have support, to be heard, and to be able to heal themselves. So there's some EFT self-study courses too. So there's something for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. You have something at every price point that will help people move the needle and get closer to their perfect life. I can say I've worked with you one-on-one, and it's like, it's so awesome. But your group programs are so awesome too, because it's so weird. You know, you're in this group with strangers from all over the world, and everyone is so supportive and kind of becomes friends. But you know, somebody will start talking and you'll just go, yes, 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 that's me. I'm dealing with that. There was never a minute. There was never anything in your group programs that ever came up that I thought, oh, I roll, I don't need that. It was like, how it was just like, how is God, the universe, how is this all being orchestrated so perfectly? This is exactly what I need. And then just all your videos and the access to the other, I mean, there's just, you have so many great resources for anybody who wants to get healthy. They really can. So, are there any like super specific, because I know you always have really cool things. Is there anything else either maybe I should have shared, a really, you know, one of your very specific, because I know there's 3 ways of working with you, but like, are there any courses that maybe are starting soon if people want to maybe detox emotionally or something like that, that they need to get on kind of like now, or anything like that?
Well, we've just started a group program this week, so I would say the couple of options really going forward is if you like EFT or you're intrigued by it and you just think, yeah, I really would love to have a bank of EFT questions, which it doesn't matter where I am. I've got my mobile phone, my iPad, or my laptop. I can just nip in there. I can do a tapping script, and it sets me up for the day, or it helps me with the challenge I'm facing. Then I have an EFT membership site, and it's got nearly 100 videos in there that I add to every single week. And you can even suggest things. So say you were coming up against a certain situation, I can record a video for you and pop it in there. So you get to benefit, and of course everybody else does too. So that's a really great starting point, and it's a low price starting point, which is always handy. And if you are someone who wants more abundance and money, you know, because you want choice and freedom in your life, you want to have that perfect life balance, and you want to have all the good stuff that money allows us to do. And actually, I really believe that when we have the money we need, we can step up into the fullest version of who we are. Because if you've got a powerful message and you want to share it with the world, you've got to be able to get out there to the world, and money helps you do that. So there is an EFT self-study program for that too, to help you heal your relationship with money. So if you've got sneaky blocks, things that hold you back, beliefs that don't serve you, it will help you to get rid of that.
Awesome. And we'll get all the links and put all the links for that below so everybody can kind of see. And then we'll put a link just to work one-on-one with you, because I know, like, I felt like, you know, we had just bought a new house and we had all this stuff, but I'm like, I can't afford not to work with Marie. So if there's any way that you know, that all these resources are amazing, but if you work one-on-one with Marie too, it's just so amazing. It'll change your life. Is there anything else that you want to leave the listeners with before we go today?
No, just, I guess if you have any questions, come and tag me on my Facebook page or in my my Facebook community. I am very, very happy to help. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, just come and, you know, you can come in there and say, this is what's coming up for me. What advice have you got? What resource can you share? And I'll happily I'll happily support you. I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I can
People
say
fascinate me.
you're wonderful with that. And whenever things come up, you never feel like you're bothering. I never feel like a bother for you or anything. You always answer all my questions. And, also you've really tailored different plans for me. Like there's been times where you've said, I think this group program would be good for you. But then there's also been times where you've said, you know what, let's do EFT followed by the energy work. And that's been really nice because it sort of, you just row the boat and I just kind of show up, and then I do the little things that you tell me after. But I've had these like amazing and incredible shifts, so I love what you do. I'm so grateful that you came and were willing to just share your awesome message and your gift with my followers. And we'll make sure that we throw all the links up so everybody can get in touch with you and join your programs and all of that good stuff. I really, really appreciate it. You being here, because I know it's late there too, and you have kids.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Stuff. Yeah. So thank you.
The kids there watching the TV, they love it. They get a late night tonight.
They're like, woohoo, it's party time.
They've got popcorn down there. They're like, this is brilliant.
Go change the world, Mom. This is like really fun for us. You just keep doing your thing. Oh, that's so
absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Marie. We'll we'll get all the links for everybody. It was so nice getting to talk to you today. And I think that's it.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I have a session with Marie tomorrow, so sounds really good. I'll look forward to seeing you and everybody else soon.
Bye. Thank you for speaking with me.
Bye.